Well, hello there, grown-ups. Did you know that we depend on your generosity and support to keep making Bust or Trust?
If you subscribe and support Bust or Trust on Patreon or Apple Podcasts, you'll get access to lots of lovely extras like weekly subscriber bonus episodes with extra evidence, ad-free listening and early access to all our episodes. More to come soon.
To support Bust or Trust, just click subscribe in Apple Podcasts or visit patreon.com/Bust or Trust podcast. Or for more information, visit our website at bustortrust.com. Can you unravel the world's greatest mysteries?
Can you explain the unexplained and find the pieces to the most puzzling cases?
Or are you from the very near future and you'd like to know if we can heat your dinner now so it'll be nice and hot by the time you get home?
People can't time travel, Tiernan.
Oh, can't they?
Are you a mythbuster?
Or a myth truster? I'm Tiernan.
And I'm Athena.
Welcome to Bust or Trust,
a kids' mystery podcast.
And we are the Busters or Trusters.
It's nearly 2024. What are you looking forward to about next year, Tiernan?
Well, everything.
Everything?
Yeah, you have to look forward to all of it, don't you? As it hasn't happened yet. I can't look back at 2024 until we're in 2025.
I see. Well, I'm looking forward to Team Buster solving another year of brilliant cases.
Oh, I get it now. In which case, I'm sorry that won't happen for you. But I'm really looking forward to all of our chief detectives joining Team Truster.
As if 2024 is next year, not an alternative timeline or weird multiverse where strange things that never happen.
Ouch! Looking back now, though, even though it hurts my neck, we've had some great cases this year, haven't we?
We really have, and that's why we thought to close 2023 with a little countdown of our 5 top cases. Ready, Tiernan?
Of course.
Number 5.
In at number 5, the Green Children of Woolpit. I loved looking into this case because even though I think 2 green children speaking a strange language did turn up to the village of Woolpit in the 12th century,
and I think it's just a story,
it was fascinating to find out the history of the strange civil war in England at the time, and that people can actually turn green.
Yeah, that was fascinating, even though it wasn't for a very nice reason and was down to a condition you get from being malnourished.
That is true, but I'd still quite like to try being green for a day, even if Kermit the Frog says it's not easy. Imagine how quick it'd be dressing up for Halloween.
Yeah, that would be very helpful, but I think mostly you'd just look very unwell.
Well, you would be.
True.
Number 4.
Okay, in at number 4, it's the case of the disappearance of Amelia Earhart. I love this case because even though Team Buster says we still don't know what happened to the famous pilot, her tale is very inspirational. She was the first woman to fly across the Atlantic Ocean, and she didn't back down from any challenge.
Yeah, she is very inspiring, but I'm still sure she's somewhere on a lovely island with her feet up having a nice time.
I'm really not sure she'd like that. She may have flown a plane, but she wasn't plain in anything she did, and I think Amelia Earhart would have gotten bored staying on a beach and not having some sort of adventure.
Number 3.
Our number 3 favourite case of 2023 was Do Fairies Exist? Obviously, I think they do, but all the sightings and stories sounded so magical, and if nothing else, I want to know whose tiny weeny shoe that was.
Tiernan, the fairy shoe of the Bearer Peninsula definitely belonged to a doll. I'm sure of it, even if I don't have any proof.
So you're saying a doll lost it while strolling along a farm lane in Ireland? Whoa. Even if you don't believe in fairies, I can't believe you've just admitted toys are alive.
You never know, maybe it was Okiku the doll with the growing hair on an Irish holiday. And no, I don't believe in fairies. How did I know you were going to do that?
Number 2.
At number 2, it's the cursed village of Kuldara. I still think there was a perfectly reasonable explanation for why all the residents of this small Indian village all disappeared. But I find it fascinating that people said it was cursed because they'd seen ghostly child handprints everywhere. That's not cursed, it's just proof they turned the village into a giant nursery or kindergarten and everyone left as the noise of crying 3-year-olds was too awful.
That is an excellent theory, Athena. I can't believe we didn't mention it on the episode. Which top researcher came up with that?
Me? Just now. And I'm just being silly.
Well done. We may have to do a bonus episode on it. The nursery village of Kuldara. Ah, brilliant.
Number 1.
OK, Chief Detectives, here is the big reveal. In at number 1, our most favourite bust or trust case of 2023 is... Athena, will you do the honours?
Thank you, I'd love to. It's the third person factor. This case is fascinating and probably the closest I've come to agreeing with Team Truster. Almost. But it really is such a strange phenomenon that so many people, when in extreme danger, hear a kind of voice or think they see someone who then helps them to safety. Even if it is a trick of the brain, which it probably is, it's a really nice trick and I'm glad it happens.
Or even if it is some magical or ghostly person, I'm super glad they aren't scary like the ones in Hampton Court and instead just want to help out. Either way, it's a lovely, special, unexplained thing.
And those are our favourites. But what were yours? Do get in touch and let us know which bust or trust cases have been your favourites over the past year.
Or if you know of any mysteries that you'd like us to investigate. And of course, we're always keen to hear what you think.
You can do that by sending us your voice notes about your favourite cases, or whether you're on Team Buster or Team Truster for any of our episodes.
All you have to do is ask your grown-ups to help you email us your voice notes or thoughts to hello@bustortrust.com.
Tell us your name, age, what you think all the evidence means, and please make sure your grown-ups give us permission to use your voice notes or emails in our next episode. You can also send us a question on Spotify Q&A, but please get permission from your parents and don't include any personal details so we can publish them safely. We won't always be able to use all of them.
Thanks to all of you, we make a great team.
We'll see you next year for a lot more Bust or Trust.
Have a very happy new year. Before we go, here's some quick tips for being a chief detective in 2024.
Always examine the evidence before you decide what the real story is.
Yes, and make sure you listen to the facts too.
Especially when I give them. And don't just believe the first thing you read. Make sure it makes sense and is backed up by proof.
Exactly. And also, be nice to fairies, don't let the chupacabra get your goat, and if you don't want the Mothman to bother you, then stop wearing woolly jumpers.
Oh, and you ruined it, Tiernan.
What? Happy New Year, everyone.
Have a brilliant 2024 from Team Buster.
And Team Truster, and all the hidden folk.
Oh, Tiernan.